Hey guys, John Man here for our Who is Better, and this one is Twister versus Wild Tornado. So first I'll explain what they do. Twister is a quick spell and says pay 500 life points. Destroy one face-up spell or trap card. Wild Tornado, normal trap card. Select one face-up card on the field, or select one card in the spell and trap card zones and destroy it. The controller of the destroyed card can then set one spell or trap card from their hand. If this set card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, select and destroy one face-up card on the field. Alright, so first off, the only difference is really here is that this is a trap, this is a spell. You can activate this from your hand on your turn, as this where you can't with this. And this you pay 500 life points. This is no cost. So, only difference, that's the only real differences here. So, cards that these two are great against are like Dimensional Fissure. You always see this played usually in any naMehTA deck or Dimensional Fissure Glads. So I mean, this is really nice. These are really nice against this. You have Future Fusion, which you see in usually Machina Khmer Tech builds or Jinzo Returner decks. I mean, these would be really good against these. Obviously, these cards. Skill Drain. Obviously, you're going to see this in pretty much any anti-meta deck that wants to just eliminate any deck out there it can. And then you also have Royal Oppression. All these cards, well, at least these three, Skill Drain, Royal Oppression, and Dimensional Fissure, you see these commonly played in pretty much any anti-meta deck, or at least decks that try to be aggressive with any situation. So these are really nice. You don't see Twister much, but you do see it every once in a while in some side decks, so I mean, it's pretty nice. Now, cards that can stop these would be Trap Stun and Royal Decree. And you also see Royal Decree in a lot of decks, but the only difference why I'm bringing it up here is because it's in a different area. Wild Tornado versus Royal Decree and Trap Stun. If your opponent activates Royal Decree, you chain Wild Tornado. They chain Trap Stun, you've lost, and they get their Royal Decree and it stays. Now, it'd be different if you had Twister set, let's say, face down, your opponent activates Royal Decree, you just say, I Twister that, boom, they lost, and they can't go Trap Stun, obviously, because then it wouldn't work. So, that's another thing with Wild Tornado, is that, obviously, any of these two cards would really kill this if this was the first thing on the chain, so. Next is Solemn Judgment, which obviously can stop both of these, no doubt, and Dark Bribe as well. It depends, if you really think that you need to stop this card, it's your choice. Now, a cool thing about Wild Tornado is, like, if you want to take the aggressive stance, you could say, well, I set one card, make them think, okay, you set a card, then you say, Heavy Storm, boom, okay, you destroy this, and you destroy their cards, and then the cool thing is that you can also destroy another card because you met this card's requirement. It doesn't say it has to be destroyed by your opponent's card effect or whatnot. You can use it with your own cards or something. You can say, I go Dark Arm, destroy Wild Tornado to destroy one of your other cards, even though it would be simpler to go Dark Arm against the monster. I'm just saying, that could be an example of what you could do. So, always really nice. Next we have, Raikou, which helps set off Wild Tornado. Also, it's something some people may not know, is that you can activate this card's secondary effect, which is to destroy a card, even on the turn it was set, because if this card is destroyed while face down, that part, it means at any time. It doesn't mean this has to be set a turn before it can be destroyed in order to use its secondary effect. That can happen as long as it was set anywhere in the turn at all. So let's say you set this, you attack into a Raikou, they destroy your Wild Tornado, not knowing of course it's Wild Tornado, then you can destroy another card because it just says if this card was destroyed while set down. So at any point you can get its effect as long as it's not negated by another card of any sort. If I'm correct, Stardust can negate this, but it won't be able to destroy it, obviously, because it's in the graveyard. But obviously I think Stardust can negate this, so that'd be the only thing. Now, in case there's some people who think, well, can it work against Jinzo? Yes, actually it can. The thing is here is that obviously Wild Tornado cannot be activated while Jinzo's on the field because he stops that from happening. The only thing here is that if this is destroyed by any means, let's say Heavy Storm, Raikou, any basic spell trap destruction or anything that can destroy him, if it is destroyed sent to the graveyard, that activates in the graveyard, not in the field, where Jinzo cannot stop it. So you can actually destroy Jinzo with Wild Tornado. That's secondary effect, that is. But that's only if it was destroyed and sent to the graveyard. Now, also don't get confused if somebody says, I activate Heavy Storm, and they also have something like, let's say, Royal Oppression on the field. If you activate Wild Tornado on Royal Oppression to destroy it, and then as a chain resolves and this is destroyed by Heavy Storm, you do not get this card's effect to destroy another card on the field, because you already activated it and it's now face up. It's not set anymore. So thereby you cannot tame that second effect. Now, if, let's say they have this set up, they have Jinzo and Royal Oppression, they say I activate Heavy Storm, this is set face down, let's say you just let it be destroyed. So they lose their Royal Oppression, Heavy Storm resolves, Wild Tornado starts its own chain. You can then use Wild Tornado to destroy Jinzo. So just mind you that works like in that situation. Now, if you were to activate this to destroy Royal Oppression for any reason, then you cannot obtain its effect to destroy Jinzo. So just mind that. So I'm just saying that's something you gotta watch out for and to know the ruling of. So that's pretty much it, guys. And if I were to choose which card to go with, I would go with Wild Tornado. I mean, even though people are seeing Starlight Roads all around the place, this is still a nice card because they go, in your end phase, let's say they go Mystical Space Typhoon. After you set this in the same end phase, you at least destroy a card. Twister, you got nothing out of it. So, I mean, it's really preference style, or your play style, your preference. So, but I would choose Wild Tornado. So remember, guys, which one would you choose? That's pretty much it, guys, and peace out.